Black. So now I know. Let me take you over here to Route 1. This is the northbound side in Saugus. This is southbound. This is the Lynn Fells Parkway exit. So you can see that we've got a couple of you out and about. Maybe you're getting that regular morning coffee today, but everybody's moving along without any problem. So again, this crash, it's very hyper local. It's right in the north end on Salem Street by Sheaf Street, but that street is very narrow and it can be congested. So I want to point it out to you. 93 going southbound the expressway. We have a stalled vehicle over by 203, but take a look at this map. The major roadways in beautiful shape. Lots of green out there, really not seeing a whole lot of traffic to be had. So as I take you over to Central Mass, Worcester area, all is quiet. That goes for 290, 495, 190, all of it, no problem. Let's send you over to Vicki right now. Vicki, it's a beautiful day for anybody with the day off.
It is, and you know, I just stepped outside and I can already tell that the humidity is starting to drop, so that will continue as the day goes on. We're starting to see more sunshine breaking through the clouds, but it might take a little bit longer before the clouds completely thin out. Otherwise, we're going to see a lot of sunshine throughout the day later today, and then eventually this week nice and bright as well as high pressure is moving in. Our next rain chance is on the way this weekend. There are a lot of moving parts to this next storm system, so as we continue to track this, as that storm develops, we'll have a better idea as far as the timing and the impacts go. Right now we're in the mid to upper 60s. You still have some clouds hanging overhead, but we're seeing some more sunshine right now across southeastern Massachusetts, and that humidity is already starting to drop quite a bit. We had a front that moved through last night, and that brought around us some rain, some thunderstorms. That is moving offshore, but it's going to take a little bit longer before the clouds completely thin out and before that humidity is more in a comfortable range. Later today, mid to upper 70s, not bad. Close to where we should be this time of year, maybe just a smidge cooler. We'll call it lower 70s for the Cape and Islands, and that wind direction right now is coming in from the north. It does feel a little bit breezy right now, but I was just checking the wind gusts, and I'm not seeing terribly strong wind gusts right now, so it's likely that wind direction that's shifting that makes it just feel a little bit on the breezy side. Tonight will feel much cooler. We're talking 40s, low 50s as you head out the door tomorrow. So if the kids are heading out to the bus stop, I would recommend a jacket. That's how cool it's going to feel in some spots tomorrow morning. By the afternoon, though, we're going to see a lot of sunshine. It will be a little bit cooler with mid to lower 70s for tomorrow, but feeling really nice if you're out in the sunshine. Upper 60s, low 70s on the Cape and Islands, and that air is going to be really dry for tomorrow. Over the next couple of days, temperatures stay fairly seasonable. Tomorrow is that one slightly cooler day, and then we're back into the mid to upper 70s. That humidity is still lower. It goes up just a touch for Friday, and then I want to put this on your radar right now. Our next rain chance is on the way by the weekend. Friday, we could even see a spot shower. This is just one of the Futurecast models that I'm watching, and it shows the storm system to the west, one to our south. So Saturday, there will be the chance for some showers around, but we're waiting on the time frame for this heavier, steadier rain that will likely be late Saturday into early Sunday. We're still going to continue to monitor this as there are a lot of moving parts.
What's on tap for this Labor Day? Morning, Vicki.
Well, good morning. We are starting the day off with sunshine and some clouds still, but we're seeing some big time improvements here. We're in the 60s and 70s. Boston just updated to 70 degrees. You can see north of the Mass Pike, we're seeing a little bit more sunshine, where we're still stuck under some clouds here across well, southeastern Massachusetts and even south of the Pike. So we are on our way into the mid to upper 70s later today, feeling quite seasonable, but that humidity is dropping, and we're already noticing those dew points falling. We had a front that moved through and it brought us some rain, some storms last night. That has cleared out and it's taking the clouds with it, but it might take a little bit longer before we see more of that sunshine. Through this afternoon, great for any Labor Day plans. We're looking at mid to upper 70s. It's going to feel nice and comfortable, and across New England, really just a fantastic day for any outdoor plans. 60s and 70s here across New England today. It's going to get cooler later tonight, but we're holding on to a nice stretch of weather over the next few days. I'll show you how soon rain chances return coming up. Let's get a check of the roads right now with Catherine Parrott.
All right, 8 o'clock, we're going to take you out to the Pike in the area of BU, Soldiers Field Road into Sturrow Drive as well. Fingers crossed for those river roads today with those college move-ins and the trucks. So far, so good. So let's take you over here. We did clear our expressway southbound crash. We have our crash there in the north end on Salem Street. Again, it's kind of a hyper-local spot, but I'll make you aware of it because the streets there are so narrow. Northwest, south of Boston, we look good. Route 3, 24, 95, a nice little sea of green out there. And as we continue on to the Cape, you know the bridges both look fine right now. Who would want to be leaving this early? The only thing I have for you is this crash over on Route 28 Main Street over by Marigold Road. Looks like we have a little, just very light delay in that area. It's in the Yarmouth stretch over there, so we'll keep an eye on it and we'll check back in soon.
Breaking.
bridge lever connector, and you can see hardly anybody out and about. So great day to hit the road right now if you need to. Salem Street, we had our earlier crash at Chief Street. We got rid of this expressway stall, but we have another one popping up. So expressway over by the Pike. I couldn't quite make it out in any of my cameras, and as you can see, volume is so light, it's really not causing any delays. We have nice green roadways in and around Boston. I do want to just remind you about the holiday schedule today for public transit if you plan to use that. So the subway is on a Sunday schedule. Buses are on a Sunday schedule as well. And then the commuter rail is running on a weekend schedule. So that means you can use that $10 weekend pass for kind of unlimited service there on the commuter rail. So you could consider that today. Let's send you over to Vicki Graf right now. Vicki, beautiful day for anybody trying to get to the beach, perhaps?
Oh, certainly. You know, we are dealing with lower humidity later today, more sunshine as the day goes on, and temperatures will be running comfortable too. We had a storm system that moved through last night, and that brought some rain, some thunderstorms. That is moving offshore, but you can see that there are still some clouds associated with that that are hovering across parts of southeastern Massachusetts. I was just outside within the past 30 minutes, and I can already feel that the dew points are starting to drop. So that's a sign that the humidity is dropping. It feels a little breezy out there, but I'm not seeing any terribly strong wind gusts right now. So wind gusts under 20 miles per hour. We're in the 60s and 70s. You can see the clouds still lingering across southeastern Massachusetts, and we are on our way into the 70s later today. A really good beach day, though. We're looking at mid to upper 70s from the seacoast, the North Shore. From the South Shore and the Cape, we'll be running in the mid to lower 70s. So it might be just a tad cool for this time of year, but all in all, a great Labor Day for outdoor plans. I also want to give you the heads up if you're on the water today. We do have a small craft advisory that kicks in at 8 o'clock this evening, and we are looking at winds around 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots, and that's coming in from the north. Waves running about 2 feet, and that UV index is high for today, so you will need that sunscreen. Temperatures today, mid to upper 70s, lower 70s for the Cape and Islands, and then eventually tonight we continue to see those clouds thin out, and it is going to feel a lot cooler tomorrow. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s heading out the door. So if kids are heading out to the bus stop for school, I would recommend a jacket for tomorrow morning. 50s in Boston. This is still cool for this time of year. You can feel that crisp fall-like air in place. And then tomorrow afternoon, it's cool for this time of year, but standing in the sunshine, it's going to feel nice with mid to lower 70s, upper 60s for parts of the Cape and Islands. I want to put this on your radar right now. By the end of the week, that's when rain chances ramp up a little bit more. Friday, a spot shower is possible. This is just one Futurecast model that I'm watching, and it shows the storm system to the west and one to the south. And if these two combine, we could be dealing with some heavier rainfall, but it depends on the timing of this, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Either way, Saturday, there's the rain chance, Sunday as well, and then that storm pulls away from us by Sunday night.